Howdy, howdy. My name's Trishaly. Welcome to the Common Sense Cowgirl. This is so funny. Check out the former Speaker of the House, the Congresswoman from California's 12th District, Nancy Pelosi.
We've seen nothing that we can work, but I can work with President Bush on, and I'm disappointed.
Say what? President Bush? Wow, did Nancy's husband Paul invest in a time machine with the many, many millions that he's made sitting on the boards of corporations and charities? And did Nancy take that time machine back to the past, to a time when George Bush was still president? No, look at Maxine Waters, the Congresswoman from California's 43rd District.
Putin and the Kremlin, and knowing that they have hacked our DCCC and DNC, and knowing that he is responsible for supplying the bombs that killed innocent children and families in Aleppo. And the fact that he is wrapping his arms around Putin while Putin is continuing to advance into Korea.
Wow! Looks like Paul and Nancy let Maxine use their time machine too. Go to the future, where Russia has invaded Korea. Well, there's something to look forward to. So, when you have people like this in Congress for California, it's no wonder that the citizenry reacts like this. When Milo Yiannopoulos comes to give a speech to their students, too funny, man. So these same people who are out there screaming at people for being racist and homophobes have gone out in California at Berkeley to protest a gay man who prefers black men. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever what's been going on. Milo is like super awesome. My brother Milo. I don't call him my brother because we grew up together or have the same mom, but we do share the same God, Emperor, King, President, Daddy Trump. President Trump may want to look at pulling the federal funding from some other schools, like NYU. Look at what went down there when Gavin McGinnis came to give a speech to students.
I'm a professor! This is completely fucked up! And these students had to fucking face them on your own! You should be ashamed of yourself! Oh, fuck you! Fuck you!
It's coming from a professor.
I'm a professor! Go to hell! Fuck you, NYPD! Woo!
Is play it through. Like, okay, I'm a Nazi. You gotta pepper spray me, right? If I'm coming here. And by the way, I've never been pepper sprayed before. That is a wild ride! Whoa! It's like getting kicked in the balls. And when I got sprayed, I had this, like, your eyes hurt, obviously, because some guy put pepper spray in a squirt gun, so I felt like in my eyeballs. And then you get this sense of panic where you're like, how do I know this isn't acid? And then you're like, oh yeah, this isn't Islam. Even these guys are worst guys. It's just pepper spray at the end of the day. Issue here. Do they not throw acid in? The Muslims not throw acid in their daughter's faces?
So look at these poor college students. They don't get to hear Gavin speak. And I swear, from what I've heard of him, all he's trying to do is teach them how to get laid. Which, by the way, from what I know, is not by being a feminist. In fact, I think the only way you can get laid when you're a male feminist is either if you're gay or if you look like Justin Trudeau.
Can I please speak? No. Okay, if people throw pills and they want to protest, then you should do that.
What's up with gay rights parades? I feel sorry for parents who have to go out in the streets with their kids to see this stuff. And these days, if you're out on the streets of New York with your kids one evening, you might even see this.
And I'm disgusted! I'm a professor! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Nazi scum! Fuck Nazi scum! Fuck Nazi scum! Fuck Nazi scum! Fuck Nazi scum!
So I wanted to kind of weigh in on this culture war. They should be protesting the religious groups. They invented patriarchy. It's not government. Government is not oppressing. It's not society either. It's not Donald Trump, who is and always has been the oppressor, has been churches, all kinds of religions have oppressed gays.
Here's what the Bible says, Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with the woman, okay, it says, even both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them.
We are here gathered to express our sorrow, our hurt at this terrible crime that is being committed in the United States and here in New York. This supposed legitimizing of gay marriage.
I believe it was a very disappointing moment in our history as Americans when the United States Supreme Court declared that they acknowledge same-sex marriage in the entire 50 U.S. states. Already some states had legalized same-sex marriage, some 34 or 36 states. With this new announcement, unfortunately, the same-sex marriage has been legalized in the entire United States. And I truly believe that this is a very sad moment in our history.
That's where these people should be protesting. So for the rest of us, we just really don't care. Milo explains it really cool in one of his speeches where he's like, well, he says, people say to you, well, you're a racist, and you're thinking, well, I don't care about that. And they're saying, oh, you're a sexist, and you're thinking, well, no, I don't care about that. And they're saying that you're a homophobe, and you're thinking, well, no, I don't care about that. And then they're saying, well, you're a transphobe, and you're thinking, what is that? Yeah, Milo Yiannopoulos is freaking amazing, and you should totally go check him out. And I think that all these people that are protesting his presence at the university haven't listened to him speak. They say he's a white supremacist, and yet all he talks about is black cock. Pardon my language, but it's true. And that's just the culture we live in. You can say crazy stuff like that you would never expected that you would say those words for any reason. But with what's going on in our world, it's a free-for-all. So the whole gay marriage debate was pretty much just amusing for me because I never really had a horse in that race. I always tell people who ask, well, why aren't you guys married, been together over 10 years? I always say, well, I don't need no corrupt court or corrupt church to validate my relationship. What we have to understand is that these people will never be happy. I I don't know what more can be done. And if they wanted to like really protest something, they should be protesting all these religious groups that, you know, are the ones that were oppressing them in the first place. The government wasn't so much oppressing them, but now the government's been pandering to them. And these people, these LGBTQ, RSTUV, whatever people, you know, gotten marriage. They got their rights, their workers' rights. And are they happy now? No, no, they're not happy now. So now they've invented all of these different genders. It's super challenging being a parent in this climate. I come from the time where gay was like the kind of fun that you were gonna have when you went out with Flintstones. I had my son come home from school asking me about gay marriage, and because they're here on the farm, he understands the mechanics of sex. Like the horses do it out, you know, in the open all the time, and he's seen it, so he understands that mechanics. And he wasn't really questioning me as to what, you know, the whole boy marry boy, girl marry girl thing, because I think his friends explained that part of it to him, but he wanted me to explain the part about how they, you know, do their thing. And I tried to skirt around it, and, you know, when it got to the point, like I said, you really don't want to know, like you'll find out when you later, and he had to know. And so when I got to, you know, the butt part of how men would be able to, you know, get together, he seemed horrified, and I myself was horrified. It's super challenging being a parent in this climate. I think that some people just like to be outraged no matter what's going on, so power to them. I love how Milo is not afraid of these people. Actually, they made a video game that's all about like beating him up and punching him in the face, and his response to this kind of sick video game that they've come up with is, well, I'm gonna come back to Berkeley and I'm gonna bring like all my friends. I'm just super grateful that I'm way out here in the country where I don't really have to be bothered by this stuff. I just feel for other people out there, especially parents. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Before I go, I want everybody out there to know that I'm a firm believer that in this life, absolutely anybody can be, do, and have anything they want, or we can have everything we want. And I choose everything, and I hope you will too, because you can. So just ask me how. Have an amazing day. And if I don't see you in the future, I'll see you out here in the pasture. Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.